Hello, Arnhole. Hello, Joe. How is it going? Hello, Sharples. Hello, Zara. Hello, Pug. Oh my gosh, Malibu. Sharples, thank you very much for the 28 months. Oh my gosh, you've reminded me. Sorry, the music's gonna go off. Oh, Mayhomps does not. How do I get to, what is it? Viewer rewards. Is it emote? Is that where you put the carrot reward? No. Where do I find? It's been so long since I've done any of this stuff. Apparently I've got 12 more slots for animated emotes. And 5 more in tier 2 and 5 more in tier 3 after that. Oh my gosh. What are these things that I could have been filling out? Oh, and I've got a bit slot open as well. Huh. But where do I see the tomorrow I get to do 29, but not today because it's Brime. Hello exec, hello lifelike, hello Rob. Where does it blooming go? Shows how often I actually do things on, oh, subscriber badges. I found it. Oh my gosh, how? Okay, so at the moment, yeah, it goes up to 4 years. The badges go up to 4 years, but I can have 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, and 10. And then the next one unlocks on the 24th of January, February, March, April, May, June, July 2028. So will that be when I have streamed more than 10 years? Is that what that means? Well, there you go. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to plan this out and actually decide what the other ones are going to be. Hello, Laura. I played Demon Bluff for the first time Saturday and I really liked it. Wait, let me sneak over. Oh wait, actually you can have Big Jerry whilst I'm chatting. Is it okay that I sometimes... Oh! Oh no, he got woken up! BRB! Poor little baby boy. If there's no sort of like corruption ability in play, then I'll just straight up kill the knights. Just to see. I'm waiting a telephone call from the doctor after an MRI came back as abnormal, no action. I've asked for some explanation. Yeah, that's a confusing one. You deserve an explanation there. I like the braid. Oh, thank you. This is just what I do when I can't be bothered to do anything with my hair. It just gets shoved away. That's a point. How much do you think would be a reasonable aim for the charity stream I want to do in September? which we are now in, which is bloody terrifying. Because I was thinking $1 billion, something between $1 billion and £12.50. That's a good aim. I normally start like with a couple hundred, but I was thinking I have sort of a set plan for the next one, and I was thinking, would it be bad to go for basically the thing that I have planned would either have to be 2,400 or 3,000, which sounds like big money, but I'm like, could I get there? But then it doesn't really matter if I don't get there because raising anything is good. But I'm like, normally I'll be like, I'll start with 200 and see what I get. But this time I sort of have a big plan and I'm like, should I just go for it? And fingies crossed. I need to think about it. Hello, Matrix. 1,200, 1,000 to 2,000 I think is possible. Might be a little stretch. I would say maybe I will just go for it then. Because how much do you usually raise? I mean, I think the most was like 4K one time. But I think it's usually nearer to 2. But I have a plan. I apologize if I'm really tired today. Basically, straight after the bunny stream, I got that phone call. It turned out the phone call was from the pharmacy because the doctor had referred me to a pharmacy. And it wasn't the pharmacy that's nearby. And it wasn't the pharmacy that was the second nearest by. No, it was a pharmacy over a mile away that I then had to walk to get seen. And then I've got some antibiotics now. And then I had to toddle back. So I'm just a bit like just a bit snoozy. Set a goal for 2,000 but have plans for 4,000 or more. Yeah, I need to see. It'll all make sense when you see what the goal is as to what the limit will be. But I think it could go higher. Anyway, I'm speaking cryptically. Let's play cryptically instead. Mwahahahahahahaha. Mwahahahaha. Do you know what else I saw though? When I was walking around, when I was walking to the pharmacy, I saw, wait, why are you dying? I hope I'm not. Well, I guess we sort of all are. But not anytime soon. I would fingers crossed. But I saw a Jet2 Holidays lorry. And I was like, what do they have in there? Like holidays? Why do they have a whole lorry? And then I realized they must have stationery and stuff. But I was just really confused. I was just like, what? How do they keep the holidays in a lorry? So I am going to carry on my Ascension 5 run that I started the last time on stream. Let me find which one of these things that I keep clicking is that, not that one. If I move up here, then you can see the score and the health. There we go. Twitch didn't notify me, so I'm late. I've only just started. It's full of sand for the beaches. Harry, I've had that before. It is really strange when you look out one window and the weather is different. Also, hello, Annie. Do you want tips on game mechanics or is that too backseaty? Do I want tips on game mechanics? I guess I'll trust you to know the difference, like between. I think Nightbot has packed in. What does Nightbot usually do? Do I have any? Wait, I have a button for this. Wait, is it this one? This? Oh yeah. do, 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 do. I don't know what's going on with Nightbot. Sorry, I just forgot I had that as a button on my thing. What does this button do? What is that? Oh! Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, I didn't even know I had that on there. What is this? I have set so much stuff up on this Stream Deck that I've forgotten about. Anyway, I don't know why Nightbot is not working. How very strange. Stream ends. I used to have an end stream button on my Stream Deck, but I don't have it anymore.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Oh, what a good button to have. Yeah, I don't know where Nightbot is. Hi, Swan. The thing that was bothering me last time when I played this, although I was in too, like, giggly a mood to really be bothered to say anything about it, I think there were some people in chat who were just saying, like, it's 1 and 4. That sort of stuff. I'm like, oh, like, don't just tell me. Whereas if it's things like, just so you know, you might not be aware that this is a possibility, that stuff is different, if that makes sense. Potato, thank you very much for the 56 months. Hello, Bear. Hello, Counselor. Hello, Watch. Wretch. Hello, Drunk. Hello, Bombardier. Hello, Fortune Teller. Hello, all of them. And I guess hello to me. To me, thank you. Right. So there's no witch and there's no Lilith, so I can reveal all of them. If you turn the witch, does that mean you can turn the last card? Yes. Unless they've been killed. Then you can. Wait, what would Lydia do? What would Lydia do? What would Lydia do about what? What's Lydia doing? I thought Lydia taught people not to have such a button. Oh, because of the kitty cats pressing it all the time? I think my internet is broken. Oh no. Das ist butts. Okay, right. So, we do have one... Right, first things first. We have 2 fortune tellers. So that is suspicious. Unless one of these is a doppelganger and they are sat next to the counselor. That could be a way. Which would make this guy evil, if so. But I'm not going to jump in and kill them, because that's naughty to do straight away. So, 6 or 2 is a counselor. I would guess that it would have to be 6 if you're telling the truth. The true. I'm 1 away from a corrupted. Oh, so do we have any? Oh, we've got a drunk. So there could be a corruption. Closest evil is counterclockwise. So that's sort of like 2 people backing this up. There's only 1 pair of evil. That could be a corruption. But then... Oh, is the camera lagging? I can do a clap. Sometimes it do that. Do 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 do. Sometimes refreshing can help if the audio is doing that, but sometimes it's my end, sometimes it's... Who knows? Right. Let's see if... Are you lying? They are lying. But you could be corrupted. Or you could be naughty. Right. If I do this, and then I do this. So one of you is lying as well. Right. Let's try... One or 2 is evil, 1 or 2 is not evil. Let's try you. Okay. So that would mean that oh, maybe they made one of them become a... No, it can't be that one of them became a drunk. I want to say that logically it would mean that this one is a bar, but they're telling the truth. If they can't be, so why did you not make... Why did you not make an outcast? Because they're telling the truth, so they can't be like the drunk, disguised as something. Unless this is a fake bombardier and therefore one of these is the drunk. That would be the way that it makes sense, isn't it? So one of these is telling the true. So you told the true. I think you are the bear and you're the drunk. Yeah. Ah. Whee! Okay, sorry. That took me bloody ages, but I was getting back into the thinky of it. Okay, so there is a witch this time. No evils adjacent to me. The puka is one card away from the closest evil. 5 is a real knight. This is a terrible start. No one's really giving me anything. Okay. Are you... There is a wretch. Huh? That makes me think you're the puka. Because is that you're corrupted into saying that you think that there is... And then because that would mean that they aren't one away, that you're the puka? What are you saying? You're a plague doctor. Okay, well that's even more confusing because there should only be one of you. So worryingly, one of these two isn't real. And if it's this one... Oh no. Okay. Let's try this. Eight is evil. 5 is corrupted. So it could be that you're the puka. Can there not be more than one outcast? So up here, it'll tell you this symbol here. In this one in particular, there's only one outcast. So if that number goes up anymore, then there can be more. I'm worried that this... I don't want this to end the game. I can't turn this one over yet. Right, I guess the way to tell is to try and kill this knight. They are corrupted, which means you are... Oh, thank goodness. Which means, I think... You told the truth, you told the truth, you told the truth. I think you have to be the puka. Woo! Okay. Okay. Right. I was only one away from losing a heart then. How do you mark the green card? So if I hover over a card, you see in the bottom right, it'll have like mark. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4 removes, and then 5 will like highlight a card like that. So it's just a sort of a quick way that you can, if you're like, oh, they're definitely fine. It's just like a nice little way to mark it. Right. So there should be 2 outcasts here. So that is fine. There are 4 bakers. By what right are there 4 bakers? They're gonna have a lot of competition here. Okay. There's no drunk. There's no shaman. Does this mean the 2 naughty people must be the other bakers? Okay. That's suspicious. There are no outcasts amongst all of these. Which makes me think... that you could be Pukud, which would mean that you're evil, which would mean that you're Pukud. But then why would you be a baker? The 2 naughty players have to be bakers, right? Because there's only their reason for there to be 1 baker. 1 baker turning 1 other person into a baker. You're saying you're an alchemist, which makes me think... But then if you're the puka, why would you... I guess you could be the minion. I'm going to risk it and say that it's... Oh, no! Okay. But does that mean that it's the other 2 bakers that are naughty? Oh, because that would mean that if you're naughty... But then you're telling the truth. You must be naughty. Oh, no! I got that completely wrong. Wait, so how were there so many bakers? Unless... How could there be 4 bakers when there's no doppelganger or anything like that? Tell the baker joke. That doesn't help me here. It was you. I'm confused. Can you give me a summary? Okay, no. I don't want to lose 1 heart. I want to... How do I... I don't want to... If I restart, does that mean it's not going to kick me out, is it? Oh, thank goodness. Wait. Oh, okay. No, I restart, but with 1 heart. That's fine. That is fine. So the baker is meant to just turn 1 villager. So how did they turn all the other villagers into bakers? I thought there was only meant to be 1. Pooh, there's a witch. Oh no, not more bakers. Does the next baker turn another 1? Is that how it happens? I thought it was just like a 1-for-1. Well, you're dizzy. That's suspicious. You have 2 evils adjacent to you. Okay, so that's on me for not understanding how the baker works. Okay. There's meant to be one outcast, and it will be the drunk. So... You're suspicious. If this is the puka, that would make sense for these two to be corrupted. That doesn't seem suspicious. Oh, let's just 50-50 it. That is suspicious, though. One of the lovers is lying. Because this is unique characters, isn't it? Yeah, not in play. Are you evil? Or are you corrupted? Let's see if... I think because these two are suspicious, it makes more sense for it to be you. So... let's choose these three. There is a drunk there. So you could be the drunk, or that could be the drunk. Are you lying? 3 is lying. Should I risk it? Aha! Okay. Pity I didn't find the witch. Because that would have been nice to see this. Okay, you're good. This doesn't make any... Could it be that this one is the witch? No, because why would... It has to be this lover, right? No, because the bloody... Wait, does that mean it has to be you? Because if you're a not in play villager, it has to be... Ah! Another bloody baker! Ooh! Okay. I can turn them all over for the first time in a while. Right. There is a doppelganger on this one. There is a plague doctor. But only one of them should be in play. And there aren't... Oh no, there's double bard. But there's a shaman who adds another villager role. So I'm guessing that... there isn't a doppelganger, and this is because of the shaman. Do 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 do. Right. So you saying you have one evil adjacent to you. Is there actually a reason other than the plague doctor for someone to be corrupted? No. You are saying one is a real slayer, so hopefully that's true. Although, I'm 1 card away from a corrupted character. I'm 3 cards away from a corrupted character. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So they do back each other up, which is nice. The left side is more evil. I cured 2 corruptions. Well, that's just not possible. So you're either corrupted. Let's get... Oh... But if you're corrupted, you wouldn't be able to kill them. Is it because you're corrupted? 1 is corrupted, 7 is evil. I want to say it's you and you. Yeah. Yeah. Do, do, do. A note about the baker roll. Original bakers will say, I'm the original baker. So if the first baker you flip does not say that, they are either corrupt or... Oh, it works like that. Oh, I have realized that I have not understood how the baker roll works for all of this. So it has to be... I just assumed that the cards you flipped over would be set regardless sort of thing. But it is literally like one that hasn't been turned over. Okay. So we have a shaman and a doppelganger this time. So what are we looking at? 2 slayers, 3 poets. Right. The puka is 2 cards away from the closest evil. 7 is good. 5 or 3 is a shaman. Okay. Both sides are equally evil. Boop, boop, boop. Right, between 5, 4, and 8, there is an outcast, a villager, and a minion. 5, 4, and 8. So that would mean that... if I do that, you couldn't kill 8. So if they're telling the truth... Oh, unless I forgot it's a bloody puka, isn't it? Poo! 5 or 3 is a shaman. One of the poets has to be naughty. I guess I should think of it like that. Because there is a... Wait, how does the shaman work again? There are 2 same villager roles in the current village. And is there, ignoring what they're actually saying, is there a possibility that the shaman could put in 2 poets and the doppelganger could be a 3rd poet and both of the slayers are evil? Not saying that that's the case, but is that a possibility? I believe so, yes. Okay, so... Her. I mean, if it was the poets or the slayers, both sides being equally evil would make sense. 5, 4, and 8 from this bishop. It could be that the slayer is naughty? I mean, one of these 2 is lying. Or corrupted. Seven is good. 5 or 3. I mean, it could be these 2. But then you're lying. Oh, wait. I should be looking at the lies because of Puka. It could be that you're naughty. And you've corrupted these 2. And then it could be that... I don't know. I do know. Okay. So this is a corrupted answer. So I'm guessing that means the puka is either 1 or 3 or 4. Definitely not 1. Definitely not 2. So at least 3 away. Maybe that means you're not corrupted and you're telling the truth. And that would mean that you are telling the truth. Yay! Got there in the end. Oh, a bloody witch again. The evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay. I have one evil adjacent to me. I was a baker. Wait, so judging by what you said before, either they're corrupted or they're evil because they're not the first one I turned over. Is that what you were saying? Wait, what did you say? Is that what you mean? Because they're not the original bit. Because it says one random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. So if there's only one baker and they say they're the original baker, but then they say they were a baker. So what does that mean? How'd you bake a baker? Maybe they're naughty. Two knights? Okay. Which means that you're naughty. Aha! Which means you're naughty. So, between 2, 6, and 1, 2, minion, 6, doppelganger, 1, villager. So you have to be the naughty one. Okay. Knowing that about the bakers makes that a bit more simple. Okay. My goodness. Wait. No bunnies. No bunnies. There was a faker. Okay, faker. Right. So, do I have any? I do have a double. So again, I have a triple. How does that work? Which makes me think you're naughty. And this is a fake plague doctor. Oh. But then again, there's also a puka. So either this could be a puka and these two are corrupted, but then that doesn't explain why there's 3 oracles. Or they're naughty. Or the plague doctor is real and they've corrupted 7. That could be a thing. And then the other 2, the puka and the counselor, are 2 of the oracles. Who are they actually saying? 8 and 6, 3 or 1, 6 or 2. 8, 6, 3, 1, 6, 2. Which would mean that they're sitting next to a fake doppelganger? Is that how that works? Can I see if you're corrupted? 7 is not corrupted. That makes me suspicious of you. Unless that's a puka. No! You're corrupted. But you said they weren't corrupted. Which means you're naughty? No! It was you? How does that work? Oh, because you were next to the puka. And you had cancelled up a... Oh, bums. Oh, I did not think that one through. That's okay. This is still the first run, remember? Plague Doctor was telling the truth. Okay. Doesn't help that everyone's lying. I think, like, if everyone could just tell the truth, it would make this game a lot easier. Like, if you just turned over the card and it told you who is who, that would be nice. Okay. We have a wretch. So, technically, there shouldn't be a drunk or a doppelganger. But then again, there is a counselor. So... they could be a fake. What do you show? Evil roll. Okay. I'm suspicious of you. Let me test with you. I think it's you. I thought so. Right. That would mean that that checks out because you're going to register as evil. Which makes me think that the counselor is next to a fake drunk. Which would mean that you... I want to say it's the dreamer. I want to... I mean, I can... That's... They could be a counselor. I think... Oh, but does that mean that you're drunk or are you lying? I thought so. Essential level increased. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, what do we have? Not a witch. I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. Oh. Right. So, one outcast. A doubled roll. Ah, the witness. And a puka. Okay. You're both saying 2 was affected by an evil. So does that mean... Is that because you... Would it still say 2 was affected by an evil if 2 was called into being by a shaman creating another villager? To blave, to gamble, to bluff. I think he owes you some money. The Oracle is saying that they could be a minion. Which means they're thoroughly pointing at the Slayer. Between 1, 2, and 4, there's a minion, a villager, and an outcast. Well, that's not right. Because there's no outcast there. So could it be that you might be being puku'd, or you might be naughty? Closest evil is counterclockwise. I have 2 evils adjacent to me. Okay. Are you corrupted? 6 is not corrupted. You can't be the puka because you're telling the truth if you are. But you're saying that they're not corrupted. And that has to be the plague doctor. Unless... It could be that these two are both evil and you're just telling the true. But then why couldn't you kill them? Because you'd have to be... Unless you're also an evil. There is that. There is that. What if I... Are you telling the true? There are no outcasts. So you're not telling the truth either. Why? Everyone is lying. It could be that you're corrupted. It could be that you're the puka. No. So why are you telling a lie? Oh, I forgot I didn't check if you were corrupted. What if I check? I know you're not evil. If I check you and you, there are 0 evils. But if that was... I've made a mess of this. You're just straight up lying. I don't think you can be the puka, so I think you must just be evil. No! Oh, I forgot for the 3rd time in a row. Oh, so it was you, bloody 3. Oh, you monsters. Oh, you absolute monsters. No. Okay. There's a witch. I'm dizzy. Okay, so are you, either of you two, a poisoner? Maybe you did cure one? That's suspicious, though. I don't think you did. Okay. If there isn't a plague doctor, Bar is 1 card away from the closest evil. Wait, do you always... You corrupt... 1 adjacent villager is corrupted if possible. What if it's you and you? And you. What if you're a poisoner and you've corrupted this guy into saying that he's cured a corruption, but he hasn't, and then you're naughty and covering for them? That checks out. Oh, should I just go for that? Aha! So you're poisoned. Yes. You're poisoned. Would that count as a... So you maybe did actually cure a corruption. Which would make sense. You're backing you up. I sort of believed that. Hello, Melon. You're telling a lie, but it could be because you're next to a poisoner. But that would mean it would have to be one of you. So if that is a bet, let's check you. I think you're naughty. Aha! 2 or 6 is a witch. Well, you're telling the truth. You were telling the truth. That means you're poisoned. Okay, stop yourself for the 3rd time. You could be saying, but the thing is, if this guy is saying the bat is one away from the closest evil, that has to be true. Because either the bar would be here and next to you, or the bar would be here and next to you. Because you register as evil. So I think it has to be this one, and they're not poisoned, and they are lying, and it's just that they're all in a row. Ha-ha! Woohoo! It's like solo blood on the clock tower. It's just people... I like what... So game meant mind game today. Yes, game meant hours of me muttering to myself. Wait, why do I have 3 hearts? I thought I've lost like 2 times. Like 3 times even. Shouldn't I be down to 1 heart? How have I thought I... Oh, because I ascended. Do they refresh? Oh, blip, 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 blip. Well, that's nice. So I still lost 1. Okay, what are we talking about? Doppelganger. Brian says she's bad at Blood the Clock Tower than aces this game. I think it's because I don't have to read people. The cards are very binary. Whereas all of the Yogscast are non-binary. No, you know what I mean. They're people are just all of them are loose cannons. Whereas in this, they're either going to be lying for one reason or lying for another reason, or telling the truth. So maybe not quite binary, but yes. Right. What do we have? Okay, so there's a doppelganger, which must be the Oracle. Okay. So I think... What are you saying? 4 or 7 is a puppet, or 7 or 9 is a puppet? So that's looking bad for 7. There's no corruption in this, so I can just try and kill the knight. Perfect. And there isn't any corruption, so you're lying. Okay, so you 2 are good. Good people might be lying for no reason in Blood the Clock Tower. Yeah, precisely. And then on top of that, you've got... I realised the other day why Blood the Clock Tower makes me so nervous. Because it's like... You know when you have... I don't know if I'll be able to word it very well. But you know when you're a little bit perhaps neuro-spicy, and it means that you like mask a lot because you've sort of grown up in a way that you've learnt the ways that do things that are social norms that mean that you can fit in. So for me, I realized that when I am doing something that I perceive as acting normally, and then other people say, you're being very odd, you're very suspicious, it sets off that alarm bell of like, oh God, I'm being weird. People won't like me. And I realized that's what it is. It's just this ingrained thing of like, oh geez, I'm doing something that is outside of social norms and I'm going to lose all of my friends. Which I know sounds dramatic, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's that sort of anxiety that it triggers. Because I was like, why does this bother me so much? And I realized it's just that. I actually managed to get to the bottom of my psyche. For once. But that reminds me, I got a comment on my YouTube clips video that I put out the other day, and it was someone saying, nice of Bryony to put together this glimpse into her psyche instead of talking to her therapist about it. I was like, hey, what do you mean? Why pay for therapy when you can just play Bluff the Clock Tower? For some reason, the Among Us style games, I only feel comfortable as the traitor or murderer. I think it's one of those things that it's like, when you're on the evil side, you can actually take control, whereas you can feel a bit helpless when you're on the innocent side, because there's not really you feel like you don't know anything. Whereas when you're evil, you know you're evil and therefore everyone else is good. You can sort of figure it out a bit better. Oh, thank you very much for gifting us up to Melon. Don't mind me just testing if I fix Twitch. Well, thank you. Even if it's a test, that's very kind of you. Right, what am I doing? Oracles. Right, so between 9, 7, and 5. 9, 7, and 5. There is an outcast, a minion, and a villager. Well, that is true. You're saying there's 2 pairs of evils. You're saying 9 is good, which makes me think these 2 are naughty. I did not even read what they said. Maybe that was a bad play, but it worked out. So I really like the Among Us hide and seek. When you don't actually have to like figure anything out, you're just running after people when you're hiding and being like, I really like that. But yeah, like the actual proper mode, I get to, it just got to like, so many people have played it so much that they could be like, well, actually, you're stood 1 pixel to the left of if you were going to be doing that task, so therefore you cannot be doing, and you're just like, oh. So yeah, it's like fun when none of you have played, but after a while it gets a bit too much. Ha! Ha! You're a poisoner. 5 or 4. I want to just sort of straight up kill them, but oh, well that helps. Oh, they could have actually been. Ooh, well that was a risky side, but it paid off. It's fine. Right, so one of you 2 is naughty. I'm the original baker. So maybe they turned into maybe they were a baker? Right, let's check to see. You're lying, but then the poison person, oh no, I'm thinking of the puppet. You could be corrupted. I think you're a poisoner. Yes. 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 I get more of a thrill in the game when I just do a random guess and I get it right. Yeah, I seem to only be able to get Blood the Clock Tower things right for the... I will be very right for the very wrong reasons. Okay, you must be doppelganger. So that's nice. 5, 4, or 1 is evil. Let's see if you... There's a doppelganger. I believe you. I killed 2 corruptions. That's nonsense. I am 3 away from the closest evil. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that, if it was that way, that could be true. You saying the left side is more evil, that could be true. Unless if you're lying 5, 4, 1 and you're lying, that would mean that you are the puka. If you're, as I was saying, if you're the puka, 5, 4, 1. If you're telling the truth, you're lying, you're corrupted. That makes more sense. Speaking of the clip video, it's nice to have a new one. Yeah, I really liked going back and like it's one of those. You got it first time. Yes. I've played so much this playtest, I've started not revealing any cards, just murder and use the info from the ones I killed. I don't have a great success rate, but it's fun. Oh my goodness. That's such a chaotic way to play. Left side is more evil. I don't know. I don't know whether to believe you. Oh wait, it's not a Lilith, it's a... Yeah, I like doing the clip video again, because it was like... I like looking back on streams. And I just wish that I had have done it sooner so that I could have gone back and clipped streams that didn't have any clips from them. So like some of the Jingle Jam ones didn't, but it's been too long for me to sort of remember what good parts of them would have been. So yee. Right. Oh, there's a shaman. I was gonna say, why would there be an architect? 2 architects if there's already a wretch. Okay. Now the architects are saying lies. One of you is lying. Because you're saying left side, you're saying right side. So there is that. Between 4 and 5, there is a villager and a minion. So one of you two, if you're to be believed, is telling the true. I cured 0 corruptions. I believe that because there aren't any corruptions in this deck. So I think you are probably telling the truth. Which means... What are you saying? 7? You're saying these two. You're saying 7, 8, and 5. I feel like this one isn't true, though. I feel like you're telling a lie because of having the wretch on that side. Unless all of these 3 are evil, I find it hard to believe that the left side would be more evil. And I don't think you're telling a lie, so I don't think... Unless it was like you and you... Even that wouldn't work. I think you're lying. Haha! I thought as much. Which means... I'm going to say you're good. I'm going to go all in. Baha! I'm going to say that 7, 8, 5. Did they? This could be an evil guy, but let's just... 4 is saying the truth. Between 8, 4, and 9, there is a minion, an outcast, and a villager. Well, that's just not true. That's just a straight up lie. And now, one of you two. If you're evil, you're saying 4 is telling the truth. You're saying 5. You're saying 5. You're saying 5. It was 5. Sometimes when everyone's saying the same thing, you should probably pay attention and listen to them. Okay, so a drunk and a puka. So there could be up to 3 corrupted in all of this. Naughty people. I am 1 away from a corrupted character. 1, 7, or 2 is evil. Six is a real judge. It's got to be the druid, right? But who would that make the... Unless it is that the art style is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to pretend that they designed the druid after me. These game devs who don't know who I am. That's my headcanon. The options are... You could be... Either you're evil and these 2 are corrupted and you're the drunk, say, or you are evil, these 2 are corrupted and you're the drunk, but then that wouldn't mean that you would also be lying. Or you're the puka. You're both corrupted. You're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. And you're the drunk. Basically, someone here is drunk. And I don't want to point fingies. I'm going to guess these 3. There is a drunk. I think you're... Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, so we have a double dreamer. We don't have a doppelganger. So one of the dreamers is immediately naughty. Right, between 3, 6, and 7, there is a minion, a villager, and an outcast. 3, 6, and 7. If you're telling the truth, that means that... Okay, well that... You're good. That's nice. I'm 1 away from the closest evil. You are next to the wretch, so I'm inclined to believe you. I... cured 1 corruption. I can't die. So wait. They were the other dreamer, right? So if I do that... Does that mean you're naughty as well? Oh, Puka. Puka! Puka. I forgot about Puka. Wait, can I... I thought as much. Yay, I get my heart back! Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Right. I can turn them all over. Please explain Dreamer to me. So Dreamer, they learn an evil role. If evil is picked, they learn the correct info. So say the poet was the minion. If I clicked on them, they'd be like, they could be the minion. Shark Dog, thank you very much for the 52 months. Thank you. 52 years already. Wow. Wow. What would people say? This is unrelated. Where would people say that there is more? If you could only go to one place in the Netherlands, would you say Amsterdam, Rotterdam, or The Hague? Is that how it's said? The Hague. Because I know they have the model village there. But which would you say has the most? I'll say which has the most to do if you're not a nightlife person. If you're just a museum and pretty parks person, to clarify. Not a like, where has the best clubs? Where is all the because that ain't me. Just yeah, that I was thinking the model village is where I would like to go to. I believe it's pronounced Hagui. Okay, I'll be sure to ask for my train ticket there. Hello, Motara. How do I know if chat's telling the truth? That's true. They could be lying to me. Because Amsterdam sure does look pretty. And I read a book that partially took part in Amsterdam recently. And I was like, oh, it does sound nice. Right. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Evils not adjacent to each other. So either you two are the evils. I don't think... I don't think there's a doppelganger. Unless you're evil. This card, this is like, it's like the bloomin', what is it? The saint in Blood on the Clock Tower? It's like, if you execute me, then you just straight up lose. Pick 3. Counterclockwise. Which it would be if it was you two. Can I see it? Are you lying? They're saying the truth. So by that logic, they're both saying the truth. Which would mean that you're not a real bombardier. But that scares me. It could be a minion. I don't like that. I don't like that. There are 2 evils. I think it's those 2. I'm scared to do... I've never killed a bombardier before. Oh! Thank goodness. That was worrying. Oh, a Lilith. Arnhem is a lovely place. Got a fantastic cathedral that plays Disney songs with its church bells. Ah. Because I'm thinking of stopping through Amsterdam on the way back from Hamburg. On who? 4 or 2 is a twin minion. Both sides are equally evil. But I'm just trying to think where would be best to go through. Probably only stopping for like one night. Again, this isn't my fantasy imaginary trip that we're gonna take. So it might never happen. You're saying 4 is good? So you're lying, right? Bring Kirsty along and make it tax-free holiday. Well, I was thinking, we were thinking of going for our wedding anniversary, so it might be a bit awkward for Kirsty to come along with us. Oh wait, I can turn them all over. There's not going to be a murder. Okay. Rotterdam is on the Eurostar line to Amsterdam. That sounds like a good place for a stopover. True. True. There's no corruption, so I'm going to say it's you. If you're to be believed... Wait, you're saying 4 or 2. You're saying there's 1 evil next to you. So if I do that, there are 2 evils. I think it's you. Yes. Yes. 2 jesters. So you're immediately being naughty. There's 2 of you. There's 2 of you. There's 2 of you. What the heck? So what could this be? There's a doppelganger, there's a shaman, and there's a counselor. But the counselor would only make... 1 villager becomes an outcast role. I sit next to it. So... could it be that the shaman put in 1 couple, the doppelganger put in another couple, and then the counselor is one of these sat next to a drunk or something? Wait, no, because there's two, there's 4 couples. There is a drunk that could possibly be there. So the drunk could account for 1 corruption. But I think it's more likely to be a doppelganger. Because the bakers don't make sense. Counselor is 2 cards away from the closest evil. The bar is 3 cards away from the closest evil. If there is a drunk in play, it's going to be the knight. Or... yeah. I don't trust either of these 2. I don't think either of them could be corrupted, because if the drunk is the only corruption, then the drunk wouldn't be there, right? No! That means I can try and kill you. Okay. You are good. Okay, so the drunk can become an in-play character if it's an evil character playing that role, so they're not technically in play. That makes more sense. Okay, well, that's good to know for the future. Anyway, so... I think... this could be the counselor. Then this is a doppelganger and this is a shaman, or t'other way around. You're saying they're a real knight. I believe you. Which means if you're saying they're a real medium, I believe you. I think you're the doppelganger. I think you're naughty. Boo! Why did I think that? Because they were next to the drunk. Maybe that means that... Oh, because he put the doppelganger into play, not the other way around. Oh, piss. Okay, what does the jester do? And how many of them are evil? You're the doppelganger. You're the doppelganger. You're naughty. Okay, oh my gosh. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Oopsie doopsie. Okay, right. There's a shaman and a puka. There is not a witch. That's okay. This is not okay, though. That's most definitely not okay. Right. Closest evil is equidistant. You're saying the left side is more evil. You're saying the right side is more evil. One of you two is lion, so that's one of the naughties. Or... a puka. I am 2 cards away from the closest evil. 6 or 7 is a shaman. But you're saying 7 is good. Right, the problem is, if you are saying 7 is good, that could mean that you're the puka, but then if you are the puka, one of those 3 has to be a fake one, right? Which would mean that if you're lying and saying that the left side is more evil, then that's not true, because that wouldn't actually be someone who is... No, wait, that's not how it would work. That would mean that you're telling the truth. I'm 2 away from the closest evil. 1, 2, 1, 2. You're saying the right side is more evil. You could be the puka. If I see if you're not corrupted, but then you could be evil. You could all be evil, essentially. Or it could be that you're corrupted and you're the puka. And you're lying, which would mean that you're telling the truth. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you're telling the truth? Wait, if you're lying and you're corrupted and you're... No, wait, because it still has to be one of the... 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It still has to be one of the outcasts is evil. I feel like it's most likely for it to be the plague doctor. I feel like I need to posture check, thank you. I feel like I just need to kill someone and then figure it out from there. I'll do a hydrate as well. Thank you. I've got lemon water. It is nice. Right. Who's the best person to kill? I feel like technically the architect is a good person to kill, because then that will see if it backs up two people and also tell me whether the left or the right side is more evil. But also... Wait, there's the shaman. Maybe one of them is corrupted. I feel like that gives me the most... I don't think it is them, but that maybe gives me the most information, because you're good. You're not corrupted, so the left side is more evil. Which I think means that it has to be you. Aha! You said 7 or 6 is the shaman. So you're lying. Or you're lying... I'm 2 away, 1, 2. I think you have to... Wait, hang on a second. There's 1 evil and 2 corruptions. Somewhere amongst these two. I know you're good and you're good. You're saying equidistant. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which would be true, but only if there was no other evil, which there is. You're saying you're 2 away. 1, 2. So what if you're evil? But then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So either way, you're lying. And you're lying. Wait, you're lying, you're lying. 1, 2, 1, 2. You could be telling the truth. You're lying. So, does that mean that this person is the puka? How are they all lying? How does this make any sense? Are you lying or are you corrupted? But you're lying. But if you're the puka, then you're corrupted. Which would mean that you're corrupted. But you're also corrupted. Or is it that you're picking up on them being evil? No, because it says a specific minion role. This doesn't make any sense in my head. If you're... Two cards, 1, 2. So that would be true if you were evil. Say you're evil, you're corrupted, that would be true. But then you're talking absolute bollocks. So it can't be. How would you be corrupted as well? Because there wasn't a real plague doctor. Whereas if you're evil and you're corrupted, that would make sense. But then that would mean that you don't make any sense and you still don't make any sense. If you're... You definitely are lying, but is it because you're corrupted? Or is it because... I don't understand how this makes sense. If there were no other evil, that's the only way you can be telling the truth. Because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the only way you can be telling the truth. But there has to be... But there has to be another evil. So does that mean that you have to be The puka? But then you're like, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, it just says learn that 1 out of 2 characters is a specific minion role. So surely it wouldn't say... Oh, it does say a random evil minion, not just a random evil. So you could be telling the truth. And you are just registering as a shaman rather than just... Okay, so that would make sense. So therefore it has to be you? Ah. Do. No witch. No Lilith. Perfect. Right. 3 is a real hunter. We have a plague doctor. We have... Something funny going on here. It depends if you're telling the truth or not. It all depends who's telling the truth. I'm beginning to understand what this game was. You also knew the fake witch doctor was lying, so 1 had to be corrupted. Oh, yeah, I forgot about them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you puka, you're corrupted. Hang on a second. How does it work with the alchemist? If they say they cured a corruption, does that mean that person doesn't lie anymore? If they like, are they still corrupted, or are they now telling the truth? What happens first? Pretty sure they tell the truth. Oh, after they're cured. So it wouldn't show up for the witch doctor anyway. The plague doctor. This is not Dota. I think you... Because that would mean if, say, this one was the puka and they were corrupt... Wait, do you corrupt villagers? So they wouldn't corrupt the plague doctor, right? Yeah, because they're separate. So they could have corrupted them, but then they were cured. Mayhomps. Suspicious of you. Let's check. You. There is 1 evil. It shows if you go into the deck view, if you click on this pin deck view to the board, then it shows you whomst is in play. Bum, 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 bum. I'm an Arc Warden main? Ugh. Get out. Bloody Arc Ward. Hate that guy. Because I don't understand him. It's all down to my failings. I don't like him. I think you're naughty. I'm wrong. Which means you have to be naughty? Yay! Butts. I had to become what I feared. That's fair news. That's normally how people learn Dota characters, is by being killed by them so often that they're like, I must learn to understand you. Okay, so 1 or 3. So you're naughty. It's nice that you can use abilities after they are dead. Right, I need a wee. So I'm going to turn all of these over so you can get a good look at them. There's no bunny on bun cam, but I'll put it up anyway. BRB! Hello. Theoretically, I know I've talked about this so much, but I was thinking about today trying a reading stream for the first time. But I didn't, because I just wanted to play this. But if I were to, would you prefer something that was like a novella, so the whole thing could be read in one stream? Or, because the things I was trying to choose between were Carmilla, which I could probably do in one stream, Pride and Prejudice, which I definitely could not do in one stream, or an ancient Greek thing. Well, it's actually more Roman, but something public domain. But I don't know if it's like more frustrating for people to, if they come in part way, if it's a big thing. I don't know. I think I would enjoy the mythology the most. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If it was just, but then again, the book I was thinking of reading was like Ovid's Metamorphoses, and I'm like, that is broken down into like lots of little books, so you sort of can jump in and out of it a bit more. Right, what's happening here? There's 4 evil because there's a puppeteer. One of these is fake, which is Pooh. There's 2 knights, which is Pooh. There's are you telling the truth? There's a plague doctor. Oh, but there's a counselor. I think you're naughty. Okay. So the counselor is 1 card away from the closest evil. So either you're naughty. I'm 2 cards away from the closest evil. 2. You're telling the true, which means you must be telling the truth, which means you would be telling the truth, unless, either way, you're telling the truth, which means I think you're either lying or corrupted. 3 is not corrupted, which means you're lying, which means you're going to tell the truth, which means it has to be you. No! Wait, what? Oh, because the puppet still tells the truth. Ah! Ah! Okay, right. Doot, 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 doot. Unfortunate. Right, the counselor is 3 cards away from the closest evil. If you're telling the truth. I cured 2 corruptions. I think that's nonsense. I don't think that's true at all. 10 could be a minion. A minion... Yes. You're telling the true. I think... You... Are you going to be the counselor? I would ideally know which one of these is the... the real outcast. If I do these three, there are no outcasts. So technically, 9 is a real poet. Wait, what? That doesn't help me. I boo-booed. Okay. How would this work? You're saying 4 is good. You're saying counselor is away. I think that's a lie. I think you... I think the knight must be... No, the knight is good. So is it because this wasn't a real... Wait, 1, 2, 3. Is it because this wasn't a real outcast? But maybe whoever was there was like the fake outcast. And that's the counselor, which means you're bad. No! Oh, because even so, the plague doctor... If it was the plague doctor, would have still got a corruption? Is that how it would work? They can't be evil, which means you're backing them up, which means they have to have been good. So maybe there was a plague doctor here and you're lying. Because I can't see that you would be lying. So it has to be you? Okay. Woo! Right. Bloody Lilith. Not again. 3 was affected by an evil. There is a counselor, so that could make sense. Should I just kill him? Should I just do a bold kill? Oh no, because it could be either side. 9 is good. Three or 4 is a counselor. Which would mean 9 is naughty. Evil false. I think you're naughty. Oh, I forgot I would still take 2 damage for that. Oopsie doopsie. Right. But you're both saying 9 is good. I think you're both naughty, aren't you? Oh, wait, what are you saying? Between 3, 2, and 4. 3, 2, and 4. You're naughty. Yes. Between 1, 8, and 7, there is a minion, villager, and outcast. I think you're naughty. No! Wait, that means you're definitely not good. Which means... You're good. You're good. You're good. You're bad. was a little bit spicy. Only 7 cards? Right. We have a shaman. Well, that's not true. That can't be true. Because they would show up as bad for you. So you've outed yourself there. 4, 6, or 7 is evil. That is true. The bat is 3 away. You're both saying 4 is good. Which makes me think that you're naughty. That was a nice simple one. Okay, there's a witch now. The witch is 2 cards away from the closest evil. I am the original baker. Well, that is nice to see. That I've not seen that in a while. I cured 2 corruptions. Balls, did you? But you could be the drunk. Should I do a... Okay, so you could be the drunk. You're good. Well, that's even more suspicious. But that means that you can't be the drunk, right? Unless one of you is drunk and one of you is evil. I was a dreamer. That could make sense. I was a scout. Are you all gonna be... No! Oh, and the... right. Oh. No! I forgot about the drunk. Oh, wait. You're lying. Of course. It's just all bakers from now on. All bakers. You could be lying. You're dizzy. Between 2, 4, and 6, there's a minion, an outcast, and a villager. 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, 6. What do you do? Pick 2 characters then if either of them. Right. So we have a possible, if everyone was spread out, 1, 2, 3, 4 corrupted. So that's worrying. So you could be corrupted. You're saying 2, 4, and 6, but there's no outcast in there. But it could be that you're corrupted. Or you're lying, which would make sense for you to be a puka or a poisoner. Let's try to do... Ah! Okay, so we know you're good. We know you're good. And... Also, you could still be naughty, couldn't you? I know you're good. You are lying. But why are you lying? Why? Why are you lying? Hmm. Three is evil, 6 is corrupted. I mean, 3 is evil. So I guess 6 being corrupted is good to know. Because you wouldn't lie about... So this must be either a poison or corruption. Or a puka corruption. Neither of you two are the poisoner, so that must be the plague doctor corruption or a bad boy. You can't be the poisoner because they weren't corrupted, so maybe they're the minion? I guess I know that you're lying, so if I do that, that's true, which means it's false? Maybe? I did kill the puka, but they're still being next to the poisoner or being plague doctor corrupted. The puka isn't the only form of corruption, is the problem. If I do that, does that mean you're corrupted? Oh, I listened. Oh, sorry, I meant poisoner. If I said puka, I meant poisoner. Right. Is it that you're the poisoner? No, you're the minion. So it must be you? Ah, you were the plague doctor corruption. Okay. Okay. Oh no, there's a bloody Lilith. There's only one pair of evil. 5 is a real fortune teller. Okay. There's 1 evil adjacent to me. I'm 3 cards away from a corrupted character. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if that was the case... You're backing you up. Which means, are you lying? Or are you two lying? Okay. Nice. So one of you two is also a liar. And I don't know which. You're 3 away. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It seems more likely that this one is the poisoner. Unless you're a poisoner and you're just... No, it has to be one of you two, doesn't it? Thank goodness. Thank goodness! Oh, good. No... Okay. That's a lot of... That's a lot of bakers! So you are the original. And you've slowly turned these ones? Adjacent means next to. So the villagers adjacent to the puka, the ones either side of the puka will be can you You're saying you are an oracle. So that could be the case. You could have been put in there. Hello, Mark. How's it going? How we do? You could have been put in there as the shaman double and then got turned into a baker, which would make the druid suspicious. Lilith, thank you for gifting a sub to Mark. Thank you. That is very kind of you. You're saying 7 is good? So the outcast has to be a drunk, which would mean it's one of the individual ones. But how would that work? What is the order of, so say a drunk has chosen their role as a slayer, are they still counted as an outcast? Could they then get turned into a baker? Like, does them switching make them become like villager instead of outcast now? Or so could there be a drunk who was a slayer who is now drunk? Is always drunk, it's a disguise. Okay, so they couldn't be one of the bakers, so it'd have to be either the oracle or the gem crafter. And let's just pick that one. There are no outcasts. Okay, what are you saying if I pick those 3? There are no outcasts. But there has to be. So are you both lying? Drunk could have disguised as a baker and lie about being any role, though. But I thought the drunk can only be a random not in play villager. So if this was the drunk, the other ones wouldn't have been bakers, though. Drunk is not in play? Yeah, the drunk's in play. The drunk is the only outcast in play. Like, not in play disguise. Yeah, they have to be a not in play villager. Well, now I'm suspicious of the... I think you could be the puka. I don't think you're the puka. Does that mean it's the druids who are bad? That would make sense for you. Because then you're lying, but you're good. And you saying 1 or 5. I think it has to be the 2 bloody druids, doesn't it? A witch and a Lilith? I just won't turn any cards over then, I guess. Okay. I have 1 evil adjacent to me. Okay. Beep, beep, beep. 7, 3, or 4 are evil. Well, one of you 2 is. Which I guess means that... Oh, 7 is dead. So it's one of them, if you're telling the truth. I feel like that must be... And you're saying you have an evil next to you, so let's go for... No! Why did I jump in? Are you lying? One of these 2 has to be the wretch. Okay, I should have done that before. But then why are you lying? If you're not corrupted, why would there not be a wretch among them? Hello, handsome. How's it going? Right. How would there be... There isn't a doppelganger. So it just has to be you? But also... You're telling the truth because the wretch has to be in there? Oh, unless 7 was the wretch. That would make sense. I should have done those 3, shouldn't I? Which means you're mean. Yes. Which means I can turn the other 2 over. Wait! But you told the truth. Huh? Why would they tell the truth? Why would you meant to be naughty? It would count as evil. Oh, of course. So they think they're lying on behalf of an evil player. That is confusion. Right. 8 or 5 is a witch. Well, that just ain't true, is it? Huh? Why would you? Oh, because again, they show up as a random. Oh my gosh, the bloody wretch. Bloody wretch. That's okay. Lilith. Okay. Plague Doctor. Could be... I am the original baker. Can I get an explanation? It was because the wretch shows up as a random minion. So they obviously just like randomized that it was the witch because they had to make up a minion because the wretch isn't a minion. So they were actually telling the truth in saying they could be a witch. So yeah, it was... I understood it, and then I stopped understanding it when I stopped thinking about it. So you're 3 cards away from the nearest evil. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you're telling the true, of course. There is a poisoner. Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay, so you 2 are backing each other up. Sort of. 8 was affected by an evil. So would that mean that the poisoner is next to you? It is not corrupted. So you could be lying. Oh, this could be a 50-50 if the Lilith is still unturned over. Right. You could be... Oh, does them being killed count as them being affected by an evil? Is that also in the wording? Hello, Mundy. How's it going? That's sneaky, if true, because I was thinking, oh, is it because they're next to the poisoner? I'm just gonna... Oh, bums. Ooh. Okay. Right. Are you? So does being killed by an evil, would that count for this? Because if that is the case, I can definitely mark them as telling the truth. Right? Which would mean that the jester is the other one who would be pinged from this, if they're telling the truth, of course. What are you saying? 6 or 7 is a poisoner. And who did I check for you? 7 or 1? So these two can't be evil. Let's check that. There are 0 evils. So that's true. Because otherwise they wouldn't have killed... So it's just... maybe they could have... Oh no, because otherwise they would have been pinged, right? As being the evil ones. So... unless the plague doctor is evil, I think that means that this guy is naughty. Should I try that? Yes. Oh, if only I had figured that out before I took 4 damage. Which I think means you are good. You're saying 7 or 1 is evil, which I think means you are good. Wait, what did I say? 10, 8, or 2? I'll take a bath and lay down and get rid of this headache. Nice. Have a good bath. I hope it helps. I hope it does help. So who am I still looking for? Check evil counter. Oh yeah, it does say 2 out of 3. Oh, so it didn't reveal. But you were naughty. You said I'm 3 away. So you're lying. So those 2 are good. I just assumed that if they got killed, it would tell me which one of them they were. Because that would be nice to know. Because if you're... like, if one of them was... evil... like, if one of them is the poisoner, it would be good to know because obviously that makes the other one corrupted. Because if it's just the minion... if it's you, then I guess it would make sense for you to be poisoned. Because you lied about it. Whereas if it's you... oh no, because I chose both of them. If it's you, you wouldn't have been able to poison them, so you are telling the truth. So yeah, I guess it must be 10, which I guess means I am just looking for a straight up minion. Wait, what? But how were you? You were corrupted by the plague doctor, of course. Of course. Echo, thank you very much for the 68 months. I think the plague doctor's lying. This is just vibes based. They were telling the true. They were telling the true. So you were corrupted, but your lie was just so inconsequential I didn't even think about it. And I've ascended! Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, it went up by 1 when 10 was stabbed? Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't looking at that part of the screen. Oh, another bloody Lilith. I'm 3 cards away from a corrupted character. There are no corrupted characters. Well, one of you's bloody lying. And is it because you are the corrupted one? How could you be corrupted? There is no corruption. So you're lying. Do, 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 do. Yeah, you're not corruption, you're not corruption, you're not corruption, you're not corruption. Okay, that was a nice easy one just to start us off with, which means you are most likely telling the truth. So I'm going to pay attention to that evil one, the evil count now. Learn an evil roll of picked and correct info. I guess, is there a way to check? If... Oh, no. Oh, no! So one of these three... I was a baker. So you're suspicious. Because... you could be the Lilith. Can I just... There we go. That way I don't take 2 damage. And then... you... If I do that... I could be the counselor. So you must be evil. Whereas if I do... There is a bombardier. So you... Wait, does that would mean that you're the... Huh? That would mean that you're... Is the outcast that you... They do just become the outcast, so that is true. So would it have to be... It has to be the dreamer, right? Yes. Yes! A witch and a Lilith! No! Do we want to take a stab in the dark? No. I killed 2 corruptions. I immediately don't trust you. I'm dizzy. Is this madness? You couldn't kill 2. Are you naughty? I killed 1 corruption? Oh, I guess they could be the drunk actually. So I don't want to get involved in that. But the fact that there's 2... There's only one thing that makes corruption. So you could either be next to the poisoner. I guess would it make sense for you to be next to the poisoner and you've corrupted them? But then why would you say that? If you've cured a corruption? Would that be you? I'm going to risk this. Okay. 4 is good. I mean, I guess if 1, 2... But then they're still lying. So they would still be corrupted. But is it because you turn it over in that order? 1 drunk, another corrupted. But I thought the drunk could only be there if they weren't in play. So the drunk wouldn't double up on them, right? Let's see. Oh, I am the original baker? Right, let's see if you're telling the true. You tell the truth. So I believe you. That was probably a waste of that, but let's hope that it's true. Okay, so that didn't go up that time. Butts. Butts and butts. Okay, you're saying 4 is good. You're both saying 4 is good. So is it you that's lying? No, you are the corrupted one. How can you all be saying... That would make sense that you wouldn't be able to kill 2. Or it could be that you're evil. What are you saying? 3 or 7 is evil. That does make sense. Because they were. So you were telling the truth. You're all backing each other up. If they're both lying, they can't both be lying because then you would have to be evil because that would be a lie, which would be 3. So in a way, you sort of have to all be good, which would mean that you told the truth, but one of you has to be evil. What if one evil, one drunk? There is that. Well, I've only got 1 health, so I don't like that. But then that would mean that 2 of them were evil and... Oh, no, wait. 2 evil, 2 corrupted. But you'd still be good. So you would be... Oh, no, because you got corrupted, so you can be evil. Aha! Now I can turn over the cards. Okay. So how do I know which one of you is... It's a 50-50. If only I had have saved my Slayer thing. I really did just spaff away all my abilities, didn't I? One of you is drunk. Let's say 5. No! Ooh! Okay. That's fine. Oh, thank goodness. At least there's no witch and no Lilith. This is a bit of a simpler one. Right. I need a wee again because I've overhydrated today. And I'm also on an antibiotic that makes me wee more. So stare at this again. BRB! Right. What have we got here? Now then, what's all going on here? Let me go back up. Wait, I'm gonna do big buns, and then I'm gonna go here so I can keep an eye on the bunny cam. Right. 3, 4. Oh wait, got 2 mediums. So one of the ones... Oh, thank you very much for the 60 months. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Oh, wait. Whilst I'm thinking about it, I should message my friend Tash to see if she still has... Do you still have the carrot badge you made me for the sub badge? I finally caught up and need more color variations. Exclamation mark. There we go. Whilst I remember. Right. One is a real fortune teller. One is a real fortune teller. They are both saying the same. Which makes me think they're good and would never lie to me. Both sides are equally evil. Counter is one card away from the closest evil. 3, 4, or 6. 3, 4, or 6 are evil. Right. I feel like the Empress is evil. Burrito, thank you very much for the 28 months. Princess Bronchi, best of games. Thank you for being your awesomeness. Thank you. Thank you. It's very, very kind of you. Can you add the 6-year badge the day after the 5-year one so I can experience having the 5-year badge for a bit? Yes. I think there's a 5.5 one as well. So I can do them one day after the other. You can slowly evolve. I get the feeling that 2 is naughty. Let's do that. I think it's you. I thought so. So you're the doppelganger. You are good. Good. You. The counter is one card away from the closest evil. Well, that's not true. Both sides are equally evil. What does that mean for if there's one in the middle? I guess left, right. I think you're lying. Bah. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's so nice when there's no witch or Lilith. And no drunk. Don't have to worry about it. Who has the oldest sub badge? I don't think Rithian has been a consistent. I reckon it would be like Hansan would have one of the oldest ones. Whereas Rithian is inconsistent. Rithian is like he is very brazen with how he says. He'll be like, I turn up in chat and I talk and I hope someone buys me a sub. So I don't think Rithian would have... It depends how often he's actually turned up in chat to be bought a sub. Rather than... I don't think he's ever actually... Maybe he's subscribed every now and then. And Alex doesn't really either. Because he forgets Twitch is a thing a lot of the time. So yeah, I think you're right. I think my money would be on Hansan being the highest. Alex is 64 months. I guess because he has... It would be all prime, I reckon, or gifted. Whereas Hansan would be... Hansan's one of the most consistent people in my life. Unlike these fair weather people. I'm 3 cards away from a corrupted character. So we do have a poisoner and a puka. Doppelganger. Okay, double knight. That makes sense. That does not make sense. That's suspicious. This... You're both saying the same. I mean, it's tempting to just try to kill both the knights. But then again, there's too much corruption to really risk doing that. That baker is either corrupted or lying. Sorry, this baker, I reckon, is either corrupted or lying. Because why would they say that they were a lover? Which would make you corrupted, which would be very dangerous. Which would make you lying. You telling true. Supposedly, or both lying. If you were telling a lie, you were telling a lie, you were telling a lie, why are you lying? Why would you lie to me? I'm just going to do this and see what happens. Well, there you go. Which means I think you are the poisoned one and you're maybe good? 1, 2, 3. That could be true. But then again, there's a puka, so I don't think that is true. I think you're evil. Yes! Yes! Woo! Lily's and a witch! No! 9 or 6 are a witch. Is this true? Minion is 1 card away from the closest evil. Okay. Boom, boom. Boo. Okay. Should I... There is a plague doctor. That's true. Unless it's a lie. That's my way of looking at it. Oh, I guess the other one could be Rob Eagle. Rob Eagle, I think, has one of the highest sub badges. The Rob A and the Rob E are both fairly consistent. Would that mean that you're the witch? Possibly? There's a loyalist Helvia who's just never spoken. I genuinely had someone in chat who, I won't name them because obviously they wanted to lurk, but they were always a tier 3 subscriber. And then after like 2 years, they said something in chat and it was like first time chatter. And I was like, what? Like, some people do just prefer to lurk and that's fine. That is fine. 76 for Rob Eagle. That makes him second place. I thought so. I thought Rob has been one of the longest viewers and one of the most like consistent people. Well, damn. 3 is good. Is that true? Are you telling the truth? The minion is 1 card away from the closest evil. The left side is more evil. I don't think that's true. I think you're lying. Because if they're good and they were good, 1, 2. Oh no, actually, it could be true because it could be they're good, they're bad, and they are evil or something. So that could be true. Okay, that went up. So 2 is evil. You're a jester. But there's no other baker. So that isn't true. So one of you... Right. I think you're telling the truth. You were right. There was a plague doctor there. I'm going to risk it and say you're naughty. If only I had have done that sooner. Oh, if only I had turned that one over. Okay. So I know you weren't a jester. So the minion is 1 card away from the closest evil. You are the minion, unless you're dubbing yourself in. Unless they are there, which would explain why they're having a go at you. So I reckon those 3 are the evil ones. There are 3 evils. I think you're telling the truth. I think you're good. I think you're corrupted. 1 is evil, 10 is corrupted. Yes, okay. I thought so. I thought so. Bloody Lilith. Confessor. I am dizzy. So... you could be next to a puppeteer. I'm dizzy too. Well... damn. You're telling the truth. Because the puppeteer is always 1 away from the closest evil, right? Puppet tells the... this is like a 50-50. But there's also a plague doctor. What do you do about that? Oh, I guess either way they'd both be... no! No, I didn't even think about that possibility. That's the plague doctor corruption. I just assumed it was 1 was evil, 1 was... Right. If I test you, they are saying the truth because the puppeteer has to be 1 away. So I believe the 2 of you. You're not corrupted, so if you die... right, you're good. Oh, boo. Aha! Can I check you? 4 is evil, 2 is corrupted. Nice! Boom, boom! Wait, why can I still not... oh, it just has to do the thing. Right. So... 1, 2, 1, 2. You're the evil one. But I have to kill the puppet. But the puppet tells the truth. But they're both telling the truth. So how does that help me? Because the puppet is evil but tells the truth. And they're both telling the truth. Would they still have abilities if they were evil? Oh yeah, puppeteer might be... oh, it's just the villager, isn't it? You're right. You are right. So satisfying clicking on all of the cards. I like it. Well, I don't like that though. That's not good. So what do we have? Minion, twin minion, Puka. 1 evil adjacent to me. 4 is good. 9, 10, or 6. One of them is evil. So we've got 2 suspicious slayers. We've got 2 suspicious plague doctors. Right. 6 or 2 is a twin minion. You're backing up 4, so. Does it have to be you? If you're saying you're good, it would have to be... That would mean that you're telling the truth as well. Should I try this? You couldn't kill 6. But is that because you're a naughty boy? Evil false. So it could be... But then what if you're a puka? Then you would have said true. Six or 2 minion. But 6 or 2 I'm sort of tempted to just kill one of these 2 and then work it out from there, but then again that doesn't actually lock down which one it would be. That doesn't really... Still gives me a 50-50. But it would... Let's try it. Aha! So you were lying. And you were telling the truth. So you were not a plague doctor. But you were saying 6 or 2 evil false. So are you evil or are you corrupted? One is not corrupted, so you're naughty. So you are corrupted. Or naughty. Basically, everyone is naughty. I mean, it could be that it's just 3 in a row, right? No. So you're naughty. Okay. Bombardier. 2 bombardiers. What a delightful choice. I hate that. You said original baker. If you execute me, you lose. Well, you're saying 3 is good. You're good. You can't have been a slayer. So what if you're naughty? These 2 are Puka. Oh no, because it's a poisoner as well. Wow. You're definitely not telling the truth. Thank you for the follow. What is the best way to separate these 2 out? Let's pick you and you. One of them is evil, true. But then what if you're not telling the truth? What if you're not telling the truth and I go and blow everyone up? Ah, if they were bad, you can't poison. You can't poison you. So you would have had to poison you, and you're not poisoned. So you can't be a puka or a poisoner. So I reckon you are good, and you're naughty, and therefore you're naughty. Which would explain why you are corrupted, and you are corrupted. Ugh. Okay. That was simpler than I thought it was at first. I wonder how high the ascension actually goes. How does it actually high go? Give me something! Wah! No! Well, that's not great. Counterclockwise. There is one pair of evil. What if it's the two of these? What if they are saying the truth? No. No. They refuse to kill each other. Oh, balls, there's a poisoner. But you're backing you up. Maybe they're both naughty. 6, 4, or 7 are evil. 6, 4, or 7. Oh, there's a bloody witch, isn't there? Okay. They're not evil. If this one is telling the truth, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it would be you, and you've poisoned you. Maybe. So you're corrupted. You're telling the truth. You back them up telling the truth, so you're telling the truth. I think you're corrupted. 6, 4, 7. They're a bombardier. They're dead, and the evil didn't go up. So I think you're evil. And you're saying there's only one pair of evil, which would be true if they're... Okay. Okay! Okay. I like this game. I'm sorry if it's very repetitive, but for me, I'm like... I like just... It's like doing Wordle. Just little puzzles after each other. Right, one of these ain't right. 1 or 6 is a bombardier. Wait, you're 6. The puppet is 2 cards away from the closest evil. That cannot be true. The puka is 2 cards away from the closest evil. You could be... I've seen you playing it every evening. I've been wondering if you would be streaming it. Yeah, I've been doing the endless runs when I've been... Because I didn't want to... I wanted to just do this run on stream. So I've been trying to hold off of... You're saying there's no outcasts here. You're saying they could be a puppeteer. Which means you and you could be evil. Yeah, I did a stream of it last week, I think. Because I'd been watching Tom play it. And I wanted to, I wanted to give it a go. This all feels like it's pointing at this guy, but I might just be falling into a trap of lies. Should I risk it? That's obviously not true. I'm just gonna go for it. This could be a big... Oh, thank God. Okay. You're not telling the truth. So you can't be the puppet. You must be the puppet. You could be Puka lying. You're saying there's only one pair of evil. You're saying Puka is 2 cards away. I think it must be you. Yay! Oh. Only 6 cards. 6 cards and 3 of them could be corrupted. 3 or 2 is a marionette. That's not even... I don't even... have I even unlocked that card? I don't think I have. What do you mean 3 or 2 is a marionette? Evils are not adjacent to each other. 6 is a real enlightened. The closest evil is counterclockwise. You're backing you up, but what if you're both? What if you're corrupted and you're evil? And you're saying that up. You're saying the evils are not adjacent to each other. Well, there's only one evil. So that's also a lie. You... I feel like it has to be you. Are you... 6 not corrupted? But they have to be. Right? Or... Because if you're lying... And... You're lying... And you're lying... Maybe you're... There are 0 evils? Is everyone lying? If you're telling the truth... I think you have to be telling the truth. Oh, I guess technically they are telling the truth because there's only one evil, so they aren't adjacent to each other because that would be impossible. So maybe... Wait, but then that would mean... If they are telling the truth, then this can't be the Puka. But then if this is the Puka, then they're lying. Oh, they could be corrupted. But then you're also corrupted, if that's the case. Oh, no, wait, because I didn't say 6. Maybe it is you, and they're corrupted, and that's a lie? I think just the fact that it said, like, whatchamacallit. The fact it said evils. I was like, well, there's only one, so that's not true. But no, that does make sense. Right. Counselor is 4 cards away from the closest evil. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You're saying 4 is good. There must be one of you two must be a doppelganger. That has been created. Or you are. And there's a real doppelganger. You say 3 is good. You say 4 is good. I'm going to assume that there isn't a plague doctor. Okay. Night, good. Night, good. So would it have to be one of these two that's naughty? What are you saying? 3, 6, or 8? I think that means it's these two. If that's the case. Let's see if you lie. You could be a bat. Okay, you're naughty. And you're naughty. Bah. I am good. I believe you. I do believe you. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Closest evil is counterclockwise. There's no... There we go. That makes that easy. Which means you're telling the truth. Which would mean that you're telling the truth. Which would mean that you're lying. That's not true. You would say equidistant, if anything, wouldn't you? Because you'd think the twin minion and the wretch were both evil. So you're suspicious, but then why are you also suspicious? Oh, because 7 is evil. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, it's you. It's you! Do, 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 do. Okay. I did remember this time. That there's a bloody wretch. Right. Shaman. Or drunk? But they're saying the same. I think you're drunk. I think you are the drunk. Or Phuket. Thank you for the follow. Closest evil is clockwise. How can that be true for both of you? That... Unless it was you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah. I guess if it was those two. But that can't be the case. There is no corruption other than the drunk and the puka, and other than all the corruption, there is no corruption. I think, 6, 5, 7. You say one of these 3 is evil. If you were evil, if you were the puka, then you would be telling the truth. I feel like, no. They are telling the truth, which means that you're not telling the truth. So are you corrupted? Right. 1, 2, 3. So one of these 3 is evil. Maybe both of these 2 are evil, and that's the doppelganger then. There are no outcasts. So you would have to be evil? Not the doppelganger, the shaman added one. The shaman doppelganger. You're both saying that they're pairs. But the problem is, if you're... I guess one of you could be the drunk and one of you could be lying. I don't know what shaman does. So shaman adds... There's like 2 villagers. So it sort of acts like the doppelganger, but I guess they wouldn't count as outcasts. What if it is you? And... Sorry. I got distracted by Jerry. Jerry appearing. What if you are telling the truth? And they are a drunk. I don't even know where to begin with this. If that was the case, the drunk could be in any of these, and you would be telling the truth. Oh, I don't know. But then if you're saying it is a pair, maybe it is these 2. I'm going to risk this. Oh, thank God. So, there go Fifi. You would be drunk, so 6, 5, or 7 are probably safe. You would be drunk because your closest is counterclockwise. Not drunk, corrupted. These 2 would be corrupted. But there's no way that both of these could be corrupted. So I think they're telling the truth and it's you. No! It was you. You were the... Oh my gosh. Bloody drunk. Bloody drunk. Oh, so you were telling the truth. I should have paid attention to that. Balls. Do, 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 do. Right. There is a witch. You are good. That's a nice start. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, Vivi. That's not good. I don't like that. Oh my gosh, how the hell are you meant to do this? Okay. Six or one is a witch. It's not you. You couldn't kill 6. So, either you're not a real slayer, and it's 5, but it has to be one of 4 or 3. So I reckon it must be the Oracle, right? Oh no, and I have absolutely no information to go on. So why couldn't you kill 6? Because 6 was good. I didn't even think about that one. I didn't even think about that possibility. So this is just going to come down to a 50-50. Because there's absolutely no information other than the fact that they're not sat next to the bar. Damn it. Gosh darn. Okay. Nice. Right. You're telling a lie. Straight up. Because you didn't say you were the original baker. And there's no other bakers. You're saying 3 is good. There is a puka though. So I think 3 is naughty. There is a drunk in play though. Bloody drunks. Why are there 2 so one of the empresses is naughty as well. What are you both saying? 8, 9, or 7? Why can you not put them in order? And you're saying 2, 4, 6. Also, they could both be poisoned. Closest evil is clockwise. I reckon 2 is corrupted. 4 is... Wait. Just corrupted. 4 is evil. Oh, so you're corrupted. So you're telling a lie. So you're probably the corrupted one. But you're also telling... You can't have corrupted them. So it could be that one of you corrupted... Say you corrupted them, and then you're a puka and you corrupted them. So... Because wait, what have you said? 2, 6, or 4? Okay, you have actually told the truth. Unless more of them are evil. So for now, let's try and believe you. Let's see if you tell the truth. There is a plague doctor. You're telling the truth. So you're telling a lie, but you're corrupted. So could it be that you... You could be lying if they're evil. You could be the puka. Say you're the puka, you corrupted you. You corrupted you, and then you're the plague doctor corruption. Should I see if that works? Love it when a plan comes together. Right. Bum, 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 bum. I'm going to move the bunny cam up a little bit just so I can see Fifi better. There we go. Oh, that little ear going up. Look at he. Look at he. Okay, what are we dealing with? A poisoner and a bear and a doppelganger. Okay, so we've got 2 poets and 2 knights. The poisoner is 3 cards away from the closest evil. You're saying 5 or 4 is the poisoner. If the stars align with the last deck, everyone in town can be corrupted, evil, or an outsider except one person. There is such an evil lineup. Yeah. You're saying 7 is good. Need to somehow split these 2 up. The bunnies do sleep with their eyes open most of the time. They're, Wait, if you're telling the truth, poisoner is 3 away from the closest evil. So say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or if it was you, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Could be a bat. No. You lied to me. Which means that you're probably the poisoner. Huh? Nope. Are you the poisoner? But you couldn't poison either of them? Because... So you're the other poet. You're just a straight up knight. You... Can I just... No, why could you not kill 2? One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait, hang on. Slow down. What happened? You're the doppelganger. So the doppelganger would just... So you're probably good, right? Unless you're poisoned. You're naughty. But you lied. So why would you lie if you're not... Why were you lying? Why would they... Learn an evil roll if evil picked... Oh, it's just because I hadn't picked evil. So it wasn't right? They lie if you pick a good player? Oh, okay. That's on me. I misunderstood how that works. Right. Oh. Gonna have a lot of bakers again. Right. There should only be 1 outsider. And yet we have 3, which is stinky. You were the one I turned over first, so that could match up. Left side is more evil. I have 2 evil adjacent to me. I am dizzy. You could be Puka. So one of these... 1, 2... half the board could be the counselor. So that's fine. But puka sounds way too innocent of a word to be evil. Isn't it like an old word for a ghost? A puka? But spelled like P-U-K-A, maybe? I think it is like an old word. You're lying because you wouldn't have been an architect. So I'm suspicious of you. You're the original baker. You're a fortune teller. That could track. I'm going to check you. 7 is evil, 6 is corrupted. But we know that 7 is... Saffron, thank you very much for the 50 months. Stupid work keeping me from Bronchi streams. Well, at least you're so committed to finding the cute little demon guys that I still get to see some of it. Oh my gosh, it's 5:15! When did that happen? What the heck? I thought I'd been playing this. If you had have asked me how long I've been playing this, I genuinely would have been like an hour. My goodness. Would a plague doctor, if they were evil, would they have said that, or would they just say blah 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 isn't corrupted? Like how does a plague doctor lie? They wouldn't come up with something this elaborate, would they? Wretch is either evil from ability or disguised evil. Maybe should I just trust you? Nope. Turns out I shouldn't just trust you. So you were telling her half-truth. But they are evil because... Oh my gosh, okay, this might be the end of the run anyways. That was just confusing because it's like, are they evil or are they like wretch evil? That's annoying. But are they like evil? You know what I mean? Like, was it that someone was hiding as a wretch and evil was hiding as a wretch? No one can disguise as a wretch? Oh, I didn't realize that. But that's on me for not absorbing all the information. Right. You're dizzy. Closest to evil is clockwise. Sometimes evils tell truths. It's true. It is true. Puka. I am 2 cards away from corrupted characters. Bye bye, Laura. Is there something not PG going on the bun cam? Also, the way it perfectly covers off. This says, let me move that. Where is bun cam? I am dizzy. Fifi said no and then said yes. Aww. Kitheth. Oh, so scrumgy. Right. You're saying clockwise. You're saying counterclockwise. One of you must be... The counselor must be you or you, right? Because one of these two must be the doppelganger that's been created. Or it's you or you, and you're fake. Oh yeah, there's a third enlightened. Oh well, balls to that. Okay. Well, that has pissed in my vinegar. If you're saying that way, you're saying that way, you're saying that way. So I feel like 6 of the 8 could be a counselor. Oh yeah, that's true, because it could be you, for you, right? Because if one of these is a doppelganger and the other one is... Oh my goodness. Should I just do this? Okay, you're good. that much I can trust. It was a risk, but I took it. Which means you're good. Which means if you were... thank you very much for the follow. If you're telling the truth... Say this was a puka, then that would mean that you're... 1, 2, that would be telling the truth. And you would be telling the truth. So you cannot be a puka. If you're a puka, you'd be telling the truth. So is it that you're... But then you'd be telling her... Oh yeah, if you're the puka, then you're telling the truth by telling a lie. If that makes sense. Which means that you have to be the counselor. Okay, oh my gosh. Right. That made sense. In a roundabout way. Okay, puka. There is only one pair of evil. That lie. Let's highlight lies. Let's point and laugh at the lies. 1 evil adjacent to me. That could be true. 3 or 6 is a puppeteer. That's a lie. Hopefully by highlighting the lies, we can figure out there are no outcasts. You're lying. 1 evil adjacent to me. Possibly telling the truth. 2, 6, or 1. 1 is evil. That could be true. Right, so this would point to you being the puka, and then you being... Or you being the puka. And you being... One of these is... Are you corrupted? 1 is evil. That was a nice one. There was only limited options as to whose could be whose. Right. Oh, now there's a Lilith. 9 is a real plague doctor. Let's hope that is so. Okay, so there's possibly 2 corrupted in this. You're telling the truth. Which means hopefully you're telling the truth, which means hopefully you're telling the truth. Rip. You're telling the truth. 2. The minion is 2 cards away from the closest evil. That's suspicious. That's suspicious. That's really suspicious. Wait, hang on, because if you're backing them up, but I accidentally selected the 3 of these, so one of them, so you could be telling the truth. Woo! 5 or 3 are a minion. I don't think that's true because they're good. So I think you're telling a lie. Or you're the poisoner. Well, at least we know these guys are telling the truth. Right? 5, 3, or 9. 3 or 9. 1 is evil. So you're lying. So one of you two, you're lying, but you can't be... Ah, 8 is... I already know 8 is evil. Oh, whatever. Let's just kill them all. Just kill everyone. Right. Thanks for nothing, Druid. That was on me. I gave the orders. I am the original baker. I was a baker. Well, that fuddy. Straight away, that fuddy. Something ain't right here. I feel like this music is going to be stuck in my head. Yeah, I get that too. I guess because I'm just concentrating, I'm not really paying attention to the music. It doesn't... I tune it out. Right. Closest evil is counterclockwise. So... You and you are all suspicious. You're suspicious. Let's ask you a question. 7 is not corrupted. I don't trust that though. So you could be naughty. Or they're evil. Could be a baker turning a shaman baker. Oh. 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 That, yeah. That's true. Oh, but then again, there's enlightened. So one of those is... I mean, one of these two is lying. Because it cannot both be true. Or they're both lying? Or they're lying? Or no one's lying? Or I'm gonna risk it. Wait. What if I do... Well, then again, what if you're lying? If I do you... I don't think you're an outcast, so let's do you, and you. There are no outcasts. But then you're lying. Or does... I've forgotten how this works. I swear you've probably told me this a million times. But does the person who becomes an outcast for the counselor, they would register as an outcast, right? They would be officially an outcast. Or would that be the case, that they're not actually... Like, could they be telling the truth? Yeah, so this person is lying. So they're naughty. So maybe you're the counselor? Ah. So, you're lying. But I didn't get the corrupted person. So, that is a poo. What were you showing us? Druid. Okay. You're saying the left side is more evil. This could be your corruption. Nope. So now I got a bat. Bat. Right. So... Let's say they were the shaman baker. And they're good. And they were just a baker who turned into a baker. Let's just trust that for now. If you are saying 9-1... 9-1 or 2... It's either... I get the feeling it's either this one or this one. But I don't know which one was corrupted, and I don't know which one is actually evil. So, oh well. that was a 50-50. That was not skill at all. You have one evil adjacent to you. Is there any corruption? No. Okay, you are good. I'm one card away from the closest evil. So that could be the case. Let's reveal you as well. Whee! Right. Done evil roll. Right. So they could be a witch, is what you're telling me. One of you two is naughty. Probably. Or it could be... Well, should I 50-50 this? Nah. So you're good. And you're good. Well, that's nice. Thank you for the follow. 9 or 8 is a puppet. That could be true, because it could just be that they're telling the truth. So let's... 9 is good. I believe you. 6, 2, or 3. There's an outcast, a villager. Oh, that's a point. Where is the doppelganger? I guess that depends what this one is. Nope. No, it doesn't. It doesn't tell me anything. I guess it would have depended what this one was. Oh, poo. Yeah, the doppelganger could be the dead one. And I won't know who they doppeled. But that would mean that this one is lying, right? Because either way... Oh, no, wait, because it could be them that doppeled them. They're lying because there isn't any corruption, right? So are you naughty? So one of you two is evil but telling the truth? You're saying it's 9 or 8, so I guess should I just trust you? You're telling the truth, so you're naughty. Yay! Whoop, 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 whoop. No Lilith. No one to hold me back. Right. What do we have? Double lover. Double enlightened. No shaman. 3 or 1 is a puppeteer. That's naughty. Closest evil is clockwise. I cured 0 corruptions. No evils adjacent to me, 1 evil adjacent to me. What are you both saying? The closest evil is clockwise. So that can't be true. So one of you is either corrupted or naughty, but I could say the same for you two. Is there... Let's see what you have to say for yourself. You're saying they could be a puppeteer. I mean, I feel like it is them, but... No, you were the corrupted one? Oh, you were the... Is that cheating? Is that cheating? Is that naughty? Okay, so you could have been telling the truth. If you are the puppet, then that is you telling the truth. So you can't... it has to be you, which means you're telling the truth. Ah. Okay. Oh, I forgot there's a bloody puka. I didn't even look at that. I was just like taking everyone at their face value. Okay, so you tell the true. You tell the true. You're... So 901 could be a puppeteer. That's not true. You're corrupted. Your 301 is the puppeteer. That's not true. So either you are the... I guess it's a 50-50 between these two. Because if all three are telling a lie, then either you're the puka and you've corrupted these two, maybe, or you're the puka and you corrupted those two and you corrupted them. I'll do that for the hell of it. But I guess... No! Maybe I could have figured that out. I guess you wouldn't have gone off either way, because either you would have been corrupted or you would have been naughty. I feel like I was a bit gung-ho with that one. I feel like I was too gung-ho. Right, I will do one more and then I will run away. Have I heard back from Tash? No. Boo. Unless I did like a complete overhaul of all of my... Maybe I could edit the badges myself. Do I still have them? I'm worried when... Oh, look at he. Look at they. Look at my babies. Do I still have... If I go to... I remember where I keep anything on my computer. Not really. Stream? Not bits badges. Sub badge? Oh, I do still have them. I might be able to edit them myself. And make different colors without having to bother. Or is there anyone who's good at that sort of stuff? They do have their own bed. Although that bed has actually been like recalled by, or people are warning against having, like basically a bunny died because they got their head stuck between the slats. But mine have never tried to stick their head in there. So, but a lot of bunny owners that I know are like cutting the beds down so that they can't get their head stuck. But just be aware of that. If you're a person who has, it was like a very young bunny. Whereas I don't think either of ours, touch wood, could actually fit their heads in there. And they've never attempted it. But yeah. Sounds like a good precaution, yeah. Look at them. Or people have been just like drilling, like screwing a bit of wood to cover the gap. So that they don't have to worry, which I guess is an easy fix as well. But yes, let me get it in studio mode. Okay. You're lying. You're lying. You're all lying. You're all a bunch of liars. There's a doppelganger. Yeah, it must be a doppelganger. Is there any other furniture required this Christmas? Do you know what? I actually won a bunny castle in a raffle. And I gave it back to the raffle because I was like, I don't think we have any space for it. So I just... Because there's some bunny furniture that is like... modular, and if I could get more of that, but it's so expensive. Let me give you the bunnies full screen and I'll see if I can find the website for people who, because sadly the website that I got the bunnies furniture, the like the the stuff you can see in the castle, that was all is this it? That company closed down and they've made a new, like some other person If only you knew someone with castle space. Oh, Grammy, I should have given it to you. Oh, that would have been perfect, actually, because it was your bloomin' rescue. Do you really need a kitchen? That is a good. But well, they've put it back up for the whatchamacallit now. They've put it back up in the latest. Oh, it's all sold out and it's very expensive as well. Look at all this. It's like you can get little bridges that go between little houses, little rabbit townhouse. That's adorable. But yeah, it used to be a company called Manor Pet Housing. But this is something I've always been tempted to get for the corner of the room because there's not really anything that will fit there. So I've always been tempted to have like a little corner bit. Probably the 2-story one so it wasn't too high up. But yeah, this company do good things. But as you can see, it's all sold out. And also, it's also very expensive. So that's why they haven't had... Oh, look at the little bus. That's cute. Anyway, let me do this one. And then I will run away. Right, who is suspicious? There isn't a plague doctor. There is a doppelganger. I think just straight up these two are evil, right? There's not really any two ways about it. Oh wait, I didn't put the... There you go. Okay, I'll do one more because that was a short one. I think they just dobbed themselves in like really early. Okay. Doppelganger and a shaman. So there's 3 mediums. 3 mediums at large. The bards are arguing with each other. I'm 2 cards away from the closest evil. 4 is a real medium. I mean, let's just do the obligatory. Yeah, you're good. Just good to know. I don't see how there could be corruption. So you're lying, which means that the doppelganger is one of the mediums. One of them is a real medium. One of them is... 4 is a real medium. 8 is a real hunter. So you two are both backing up them. I guess this would be a lie if you were actually... If they were actually the doppelganger, right? No! So why are you backing up them? I'm confused about that. You're telling the truth. You must be telling the truth that they're a real medium. So why are you here? Oh, is it because the shaman didn't actually put in... Wait, who was the original one? The shaman put in an extra medium. So the medium is actually true. And then... You're telling a lie because they're actually equidistant? Maybe? Ah. Woo! Okay, well that seems like a good place to finish up there. Now I have ascended once more. Oh my gosh, I feel like I made so many boo-boos today. I can't believe I played it for so long and didn't even realize. My goobness. I hope you enjoyed it though. Oh look at her, she's so scrunchy. Love her. May as well take it to 4 hours now. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, ba, ba, bum. Evil music. Right, who is streaming right now? Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, ba, da, dum. Boom. Should we go over to Lime? Guided Lime time. There you go. Said I can't catch more. Oh, because your time zone. Yeah, time zones do be stinky sometimes. Well, everyone, I think I've actually been asked to do a recording tomorrow, so I don't think there will be a bun stream. Let me double check that. Yes, tomorrow. I always do the schedule and then I forget Yog's schedule. It's on a slightly different organizational level to so I'll be like, I can do this, this, and this. And then they'll be like, can you do tomorrow? I'm like, okay. So yeah, no bun stream tomorrow. But then I will be doing 5 p.m. will be Planet Crafter. So there's that to look forward to. And hopefully I should be doing bun streams for the rest of the mornings this week as well. And then I've got a week off because I'm off to Centre Parks for a week, which shall be nice. There should be a Wednesday buns. Touchwood. I don't think there's any other recordings happening after this. But yes, I shall say bye, 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 bye. Look after yourselves, everyone. Be good. I shall speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.